2.6 Japanese destroyer, the Akatsuki, most commonly known as the ACAT. Now, this boat is another torpedo powerhouse. Tanaka is set up the same way. You know, same build, reload and stealth. And stealth torpedoes, it's more stealth, right? Now, in terms of the ship, I still have it running the traverse speed for your torpedoes. This is steering gears instead of propulsion, and concealment. That's the steering gears is a choice. It's all about finesse. It's how you choose, and then all of until the PC stuff comes in where we have alternatives. It's whatever you can unlock. Now, in terms of survivability, again, very low. Artillery is decent on this ship, but I've had a few good shootouts in this boat, but again, it's still not its primary skill set. Torpedoes set almost 18,000 per hit. The torpedoes are 1.6 detection range, and they're still going 66 knots. Now, that's not the fastest, but that's a significant amount, especially considering you can do a decent spreads on this with the 3x3. So instead of just two sets of two, two sets of four, like a number of the other ships at this tier, the 3 sets of 3 allows some more flexibility, and I have the reload down to a minute, so that's decent. 41.5, not the fastest, but definitely not the slowest. It's a decent speed, mind you. That's faster than the Kagero, right? Kagero is at 37 with the 2.6 rudder shift. That again, my choice. I'm running more maneuverability with this boat. Concealment down 4.9, so I'm pretty much in your house by the time I'm shooting these, and this is 10K distance, so it's a nice combination. What else? Hidden boat, above average torpedo damage. That's the most common you'll see for the Japanese destroyer line. Sluggish aim. It is not a gunboat. You do not want to have a lot of close quarters shootouts in this boat. So we got North Domination, and this clip actually, this match is kind of got a lot of different little nuggets in there. This is a decent showcase of what this boat is capable of, and it also, I was considering using other footage or playing another round and trying to get something where I have a different type of match where but there are enough pros and cons to this round, which I think will prove to be quite valuable. So right now, the beginning of this match, on this particular map is usually a very busy cap. B is usually one of the slowest, and then C is just a weird cap because of it's so boxed in and this is just the perspective of a destroyer. Other ships might have other perspectives, but C is really congested. It's a very tight kind of cap. B, you have some places to kind of hide and finesse. A is just open, and that's this cap is just, this is where a lot of the battleship fights happen. Now, I'm playing these angles. These are some of the most common paths for boats to come into this spot. The main benefit to stealth torpedoes are, even though they know they're coming, they're not expecting to see them yet. So we got an ACAT, mind you. I'm not spotted, he's spotted. right? So he launches torpedoes and he's starting to break away. He doesn't really know quite what he's not sure where he needs to go. But before he can make up his mind, he got hit, right? Now this Dunkirk, he just had his destroyer who was spotting for him get knocked out. He's currently broadside to me, but he doesn't know where I'm at. No one spotted me yet. So I see he's speeding up, so I'm shooting the torpedoes where he's, where if he goes full speed, he might end up over there. I play all the angles, right? Playing the odds. Now, turns out he slowed down instead, so he's not going to charge the cap because he sees it's still going up. It's still being capped, but he can't spot me, so he knows the destroyer's in here. So he's not giving himself away. Now look at this cruiser here. I'm completely broadside to this guy. You have a cruiser charging this battleship, and not only that, he's firing at him and everything. So this is one of the reasons why I used this clip. This guy is risking getting one salvoed by a destroyer in the beginning of the match so he can get some torpedo hits. It is weird, man. It's the weirdest. So he got away with those 3. Now look what he does. He goes broadside to the front guns of this this battleship again. Just so weird. I don't understand why they would risk that much. It's so weird. And this early in the game. Now look, my torpedoes, look where they ended up. They would have taken this guy out. Instead, it was just weird. It was just a forced play. As I'm watching this clip, I think maybe he was trying to do those the challenges they have going right now. But that was just such a weird play. This cruiser, he just confused, and that's he ends up just along my path this whole time. Now, the route that I would take, where I'm going and I'm sneaking up behind them, this is the other side of the start, right? So this is the side that the enemy team would have started on. And so I'm zooming down this side. I still haven't been spotted yet. The last time the enemy team's destroyer, the last one that's alive, was spotted was near B. Now, I think, did I just check or I'm about to check what ship that is? Yep. So there he goes. I'm checking to see which destroyer that was, and it's the Fubuki. Alright, so the Fubuki is the tier 5 Japanese destroyer, and I know I outclass him, but at the same time I know he can have as close to, if not the same level of stealth that I have. So I'm very cautious about approaching this guy. Still going full steam ahead, because there's no point. There's no way I'm gonna know where he is until I spot him. But at least there's this cruiser here who's going to definitely get some attention from this Fubuki, and there you go. Got these torpedoes coming out. Now, as you can see, you saw how far away this cruiser was able to spot those torpedoes. It gives you an idea of why stealth torpedoes are so important. Torpedoes in this current climate are far more chess game than checkers. It's purely finesse and technique, because these cruisers and even some of the battleships can spot torpedoes so far away that, unless you completely outplayed them, they're going to be able to outmaneuver your torpedoes. Now, I'm still just playing the odds of where I would be if I was attacking this cruiser, because that torpedo launch went at him, but no hits. So I know this Fubuki is still out here trying to figure out how to get this cruiser away from his team. So I start considering where where this guy could possibly be. And this whole time I'm still watching how this cruiser is, you know, trying to get so much attention. He's shooting without any form of cover. He's shooting at battleships with no form of cover. It's just a weird play. And there goes some more torpedoes. Now they're not quite broadside, but they're definitely at an angle. So I'm still trying to figure out what kind of angle that was. That's why I hit the map like that, trying to see where this guy may have shot torpedoes from and where he might be sitting to try to have some cover. So that was a blind shot, but now I spot the Fubuki. Now easily able to get a couple rounds off, right? Now those hit pretty hard. I got a fire, hit hard again, get another fire, right? Now he puts the fires out. I launched torpedoes, but where I fell off is I know I only saw one set of torpedoes going to the cruiser, but I didn't pay that much attention. Now look, compared to the cruiser, you see how much closer those appeared to me? And I took a hit, I got a flood, and it knocked out my engine, right? Now I had my damage comm ready, so I just popped that, but this ship was able to take one of those torpedoes. Now mind you, his ship wouldn't be able to take one of my torpedoes, and that's a good example of the difference between tiers. You know, it's some things there's some reasonableness to, but when it comes to a tier 6 Japanese versus the tier 5 Japanese, he's not going to be able to take my torpedo the same way I took his torpedo. Now again, playing these angles, trying to figure out where these ships are and what's possible, trying to figure out if my torpedoes are going to hit the island based on that ship's trajectory. But and look at this guy again. This cruiser is just in the way. Like, he's such, I don't understand what his game plan is, but he's playing like a destroyer this whole match, and it's awkward. And that's the main reason I kept this footage, man. It's such an awkward match to me. Now I'm gonna have other footage. I mean, my intro is an ACAT anyway, you know, the double kill. I mean, I've had most of my rounds in this destroyer, but like even the rounds that I put to cut off this Bayern where he was going, the cruiser this cruiser, just by the nature of where he was going, ends up knocking out my torpedoes. So it's like, it's just weird. Now the Bayern is playing this island to try to get some distance between this cruiser, because this cruiser is aggressive on this battleship. Like he's just waiting to torpedo the battleship, and it's like his position. He's broadside. He's completely broadside to the cruiser. I mean, to the battleship. But he's still, it's so weird. He's at so much risk sitting there like that. He's behaving so, I don't know. But maybe I'll make another ACAT video, or maybe I'll attach something else. But this had a clip where I get hit with a torpedo, give you an idea of, you know, how much damage this thing can take. I already knocked out the other destroyer at the beginning of the match, and now you're seeing how well this can evade other ships. Now mind you, I popped my smoke. I'm nowhere near my smoke. Like, I'm around it, but this Nagato is being cautious about that direction because he knows where smoke was, but he's also lining up on this cruiser because the cruiser was just in the most awkward position. I think he's gone now. Yep, he got knocked out by that. So now, playing the odds again, seeing how far he's going to commit to turning this corner. And it seems promising. So I send one towards where I think he may go if he continues to speed up and turn at that same rate. But I'm still holding these in case he completely turns out from some, to some other direction. Now it seems that just felt good. That's a, you take everything's by the odds. Now no one's there to spot him, but I knew where it would connect, and so that was just me checking, and it was a decent hit. I wanted a flood because I had just caused a flood on him, so he would have had a significant amount of flood damage. But after that hit, he slowed down substantially. Otherwise, he would have got wiped out right there, But instead, we got another 13K off of him. Now, mind you, look how much I'm leading him. That is all finesse. Like you got to determine what's reasonable, but it's a judgment call. Otherwise, that would be absolute miss, and that's always possible, right? Now this destroyer popped out. I did two hits on where this Nagato most likely will be, and then a spread on what made the most sense. Now I know those are three perfect. Instead, the destroyer 8-1. That might, that was as close to being like a double kill right there, because that Nagato could have easily taken two of those, and the destroyer took the third. But whatever. Now, just waiting to see what happens with this wide shot, because I knew he was gonna, try to maneuver. But that last one right there, that's playing the odds. And so there are a lot of things with this ship. They made it so that their torpedoes are easier to spot, but they still pack a punch. They reload decent, and they are one of the most scary, ships to see on the field by a lot of these battleship players. Now, if you like that, definitely hit the like button. In the comments, if you want me to do another ACAT video where it's more of like, one of my really high damage, go crazy kind of rounds, I'll do that. But you're going to get those kind of videos anyway. This is really a full view of what this ship is, capable of. Again, thanks for checking me out. You guys like, subscribe, and follow. Always more to come.